I'm about to delete 5 years of my life. Most people would call me crazy for what I'm doing to this Minecraft world, but honestly, you're probably doing something way crazier in your own life right now. You're holding on to things that have been dead for years, old habits, soul crushing jobs, or relationships that don't even make you smile, just because you're scared of what happens when you let go. I'm Jordan, and of course, this is my channel, Bedrocked. Today, I'm blowing up my biggest build to show you why staying stuck is a choice, why destruction is sometimes the only way to actually be free. If you feel like you're just going through the motions, stay with me because we're about to clear the field. Now, with the first topic in mind, the castle that became a cage. Look at this place. I've been working on this world since before the world turned upside down in 2020. I remember exactly where I was when I placed that first block of wood. I spent weeks grinding for materials with my cousin, of course. It held sentimental value to me. It's got history, memories. That's exactly why it's dangerous. In the real world, we all have these castles. Maybe your castle is a relationship you've been in since high school. At the start, it was amazing. You were building a future together, but now it feels like you're just two people living in a museum of who you used to be. You aren't happy. You don't even like the person that much anymore. But you stay. You stay because you've put 5 years into it. You tell yourself, I can't leave now. I've already spent so much time. Or maybe your castle is a career. You spent 4 years in school to get a piece of paper and another 3 years working a job that drains your battery by 10 a.m. You hate Sunday nights because they lead to Monday mornings, but you don't quit. Why? Because you have the degree, you have the title. You think that if you walk away now, all that work was for nothing. Now, here's the truth. Just because something took a long time to build doesn't mean it's worth keeping. We get so focused on the work we did that we forget to check if we're still happy with what we have. The next topic is the movie ticket mistake. There's a trick our brains play on us called the sunk cost fallacy. It sounds like something out of a textbook, but it's actually just a really common way we stay miserable. Imagine you pay $10 for a movie ticket. You sit down, the movie starts, and within 10 minutes you realize it's the worst thing you've ever seen. You'd rather be doing literally anything else. A rational person would just, of course, get up and leave. You already spent the $10. Staying for 2 more hours won't bring that money back. Most of us don't leave. We sit there and suffer through the whole movie. We think, well, I paid for it, so I better finish it. This is exactly how we ruin our lives. We sit through the movie of a bad job, a bad friendship, or a bad habit because we've already paid for it with our time. But your time is the one thing you can't get more of. You're throwing good days after bad years. Look at what I'm doing right now. I'm about to, of course, destroy the memories I had back then with, of course, my cousin that I enjoyed playing with. I don't really get to see him often, but here I am destroying those good old memories I had with him. Well, on to the next topic, my real life pivot. I want to tell you a story about a time I had to light the fuse in my own life. A few years back, I was on a path that looked perfect on paper. I had a stable situation, people respected what I was doing, and I had invested years into it. But every morning I woke up feeling like I was wearing a suit that was 3 sizes too small. I was suffocating. I stayed for 2 years longer than I should have because I was terrified of the waste. And I kept saying, but I've put so much work into this version of me. Eventually, the pain of staying became worse than the fear of leaving. I walked away. I deleted that version of my life. I lost friends who didn't understand. I lost the safety of the path. And for a few months, I was standing in a giant crater. It was the scariest time of my life. But in that empty space, I found something I hadn't felt in years: room to breathe. I realized I wasn't starting over, I was starting better. I took the discipline I learned in that old life and applied it to something I actually cared about. If I hadn't been willing to burn down the old house, I'd still be sitting in it, miserable and wondering, what if? Now, was it actually a waste? The biggest fear we have is that if we walk away, we wasted our time. I want to be very clear about this. Nothing you've done is a waste if you've learned something. If you spent 3 years with the wrong person, it wasn't a waste. You learned what you actually need. You learned where your boundaries are. You learned how to be a partner. If you spent years working a job that didn't fit, it wasn't a waste. You learned how to show up when things are hard. You learned what kind of environment makes you feel alive and what kind makes you feel like a ghost. When I blow this world up, the fun I had building it doesn't disappear. The skills I learned, how to design, how to plan, how to stay consistent, those stay in my head. The world is gone, but the me that built it is still here. And I'm a much better builder now than I was 5 years ago. The only way to truly waste your life is to stay in a spot that you know is wrong for you. Every day, you stay in a dead end situation just to avoid wasting the past, is a day you're actually wasting in the present. Now, the moment of truth. Okay, the TNT is ready. Everything that defines this Minecraft world is rigged to go. In real life, this is the scary part. This is the moment you have that talk with your partner. It's the moment you send the email saying you're moving on. It's the moment you stop hanging out with the people who make you feel small. Your hands will probably shake, you'll feel a bit sick, your brain will go into overdrive, asking, what if I can't find anything better? Or what if everyone thinks I'm a failure? That fear is normal. It's just your brain trying to keep you safe. Your brain loves things that are familiar, even if they're bad for you. It would rather stay in a boring cage it knows than be free in a forest it doesn't know. But you have to light the fuse. You can't build something great on top of something that's already falling apart. You need space. Think of your life like an inventory in this game. Your inventory is full of old junk, old anger, old habits, old people who don't care about you. You have no room for anything new. If a life-changing opportunity walked up to you today, you'd have to say no because your hands are already full, holding onto stuff you don't even want. You have to drop the junk to pick up the gold. Now, the beautiful crater. Of course, it's done. 5 years of work turned into a giant hole into the ground in about 10 seconds. Now, I mean, it wasn't a lot, of course, but it was a lot to me back then. Look at it. I mean, it's ugly, it's messy, there's no more base to even begin with, no more cozy house, no more storage room. It's just dirt and stone and a lot of empty space. This is what it feels like the week after a big change. It's that weird, quiet feeling in your apartment after someone moves out. It's that scary feeling of having no plan on a Monday morning after quitting. Feels like you've lost your identity. You might even feel like a failure for a while. But look again. What do you actually see? I see a blank page. I see a spot where I can build anything I want. And this time, I'm building it with 5 years of experience. I won't make the same mistakes I made the first time. I'll build it bigger, better, and more me than the last one. When you let go of the sunk cost in your life, you aren't losing who you are. You're finally finding out who you are. You aren't your job. You aren't your relationship status. You aren't the stuff you own. You are the person behind the screen. You are the one with the power to build, the power to destroy, and the power to start over. The strongest people in the world aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who aren't afraid to burn it all down when they realize they're in a cage. So take a look around your life today. What are you holding on to just because you had it for a long time? What base are you living in that's actually a prison? Don't be afraid to start again. The empty space isn't a bad thing. It's where your real life finally gets to begin.